Adventure is in my blood. Finding treasures big or small and having fun is what it's all about. With my wife Melissa and our 3 kids, life is pretty full. But there isn't a mountain we can't climb together. This isn't your ordinary antique store. My name is Alex Archbold and this is Curiosity Inc. Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm not at my shop right now. I'm in fact at our favorite local bakery this morning, Dutch's Bake Shop, because I have a special guest with me today.
Hello.
Steven, you've got a professional development day today, right?
Yep.
Which means there's no school today and tomorrow. It's like a 5-day weekend.
Yeah, it is.
But so what do you think the teachers are actually doing right now?
Partying.
Yeah, maybe they are. They might also be in a stuffy office somewhere learning something and having tea and leftover muffins. But either way, you're coming to the store with me today and we're gonna have fun, right?
Yep.
All right, so after you finish up your fancy tea, that had a really cool snowflake on top, we are gonna head over to the store. I always like to get to the shop a little bit early because there's always something that needs to be done. This morning, Steven has, I want to say volunteered, but he's gonna go out and help me out front. He's earning a paycheck today, folks. He's helping me out. You're headed out to work on the shoveling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna go outside and shovel the sidewalks because we had a pile of snow. And while he's doing that, I have all these boxes here on the floor of those action figures that I bought when I did that live unboxing the other day. So I've got to find a place to do a display here in the store for that. So because this is all kind of more modern collector toys, I have a few toys at the front, but they're all antique or older collector items. I think the right spot for this stuff is gonna be in the back area where I kind of have more of the toys and fun sort of collectibles back here. So I'm thinking I might be able to take part of this showcase or maybe one of these walls where I've got the die cast and reconfigure it. I'll figure it out. Yeah, there's definitely some shelf space here that's not being used to its full potential. So I'll do a little reorganizing back here and see if I can't get some of these pop vinyl figures out here. Maybe the more expensive ones I'll put up at the front. Okay, I was able to kind of condense some of the things down there. I've got an empty space on this shelf. We'll see, maybe I can go in the visible V8R, but hoping not to have to do that. So I'm gonna go get some of those vinyl figures and fill that shelf right up. Okay, and when you're merchandising, you want to make sure that your product is front facing. That means you want to have it right at the edge, but to maximize your space, you've got to put your doubles and stuff behind. You always want to bring it forward so it looks nice and crisp on the front of the shelf and puts out a good display. So what I'm going to do is take all these figures here and see how many I can cram on the shelves while still having a decent display and making it look appealing for customers. Steven is done shoveling. I've got a bunch of the toys put away that I had to put away. Now I've got to put away some other items. This is a model 1851 Colt Navy, dated to 1863. This one, all numbers matching. This would have likely been used during the Civil War. So we are going to try and find a good home for that somewhere in the shop. The other thing I noticed is that there's a whole bunch of stuff that someone dropped off, probably for me to have a look at. So I'm going to go check that out and see what it is, because I really have no idea. Before I dig through those boxes over there, the mystery boxes of stuff, are you ready for the next task?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the barley pop suckers that we have at the front of the store?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to restock them. So if we come over this way, we will see that the children in the neighborhood have been depleting our supplies. They are really happy that they're just $4 for $1. So these things have been getting emptied out. So if you don't mind, Steven, that'd be awesome to fill up the display.
I literally refilled this a week ago. These things are selling pretty fast.
They go really quick, yeah. And it looks like our puppets are in need of a little bit of filling too. So you're okay to restock?
Yep.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna dig through a mystery box.
Okie doke.
And sometimes these boxes show up when I'm not at the store and people ask me to have a look and see if anything's of interest. This fellow has dropped off some, these feel like military medals. I'm gonna open that up. A box basically full of assorted stuff. We got a cool old radio. And my goal will be, after I go through this box, to give him a call and see what he wants for it. Maybe we can make an offer, make a deal on it. Let's see. These all look like sashes. And somebody might have been definitely in the forces. There's a lot of military type paraphernalia. Old plastic airplane. Shuco Micro Racer. I actually collect those myself, so of course I'm going to be interested in that. This looks like a little Eldon, not Strombecker, probably an Eldon Corvette slot car from the 1960s. Honestly, so far this is the coolest thing in there. I collect these things. You wind them up, you can turn the steering wheel left or right with that little dial on the back. Has a shifter on it. They're just the neatest little toys. He's also got something else wrapped up here. Looks like a tin train car. It's tin, it's Lionel. Oh, it's part of the Milwaukee Road bullet train, but I don't know if the rest of it's in here or not. This is a modern replica. They did make this train back, I think in the 40s, but you can tell from the screws on the bottom, those are modern machine head screws. It would not have been like that. They would have been flat head screws if it was original, but still really neat. So I'm gonna unpack this box and see what all's in it. When we first put this store together, and this was several months ago, one of the first pieces we put in was this cabinet. This is one that I salvaged from an abandoned store in Saskatchewan. The problem was the top here was originally glass, and the glass over the years had broken and cracked, and super expensive to replace it with glass. Plus, I'm putting stuff on top, so it serves no purpose. We had some plywood kicking around, decided to put that on. Unfortunately, if you can kind of see here on the bottom, it's sagging a bit. So I brought in some expert help to give me an idea about what we need to do. Yeah, pretty much the first thing I noticed is that it was sagging really bad. And the drawers are starting to pop out.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, if we had put a bigger piece of plywood, like I said, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't be
warping.
Because this part is not moving, which is good.
Well, it's actually, it's sunk.
No, it's not. It's just lifting.
Yeah, it's kind of curving. It's cupping in the middle, I think, where the weight is, right? Yeah. But see, that end looks like it's definitely sinking down. You can see like an actual.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Actually, yes. Sorry.
You can see a huge bend there. But even if we put plywood on there, I'm just worried that it's not stable enough without reinforcing the
right in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
I feel like it needs something in there to.
But it's just the thing is that there is, right? We just need to put more.
Yeah.
But we can't put any here because there's a drawer here.
Well, I mean.
Like if you take this out, you can see.
I know it has to be open like that. It's a weird design. That's probably why they had glass there. It was never intended to put
It's not meant
on.
to have stuff on it. Right. Well, I mean.
What if we braced it like across where this goes all the way down to the ground and went across that way?
It is though. Like I can see it right here. There's one there.
Yeah.
There's one there. The problem is at the front. I don't know. When we take it off. Remember when we put this on, we knew this probably wouldn't work, right?
Yeah, it was wood that we had, so we thought we'd try it. I might have some other plywood in the garage, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to actually fix this properly. But I just want to bring you into so you can think on it.
If we get a much thicker piece, just because like from here to the back is not that far, but a thicker piece of plywood, like something that you would use for subfloor or something like that, is gonna be way stronger than this because this is just what 3/8 or something. No, that's ½ inch.
So then maybe we rip this off because this is a nice finish, or is it toast because it's been warped?
No, we can glue this to
the sub.
To the subfloor. Okay. The subfloor is way thicker, and then together, because it's just a bunch of plies glued together. We're just going to be gluing even more.
Well, I trust you. That's why you're here. And I noticed you got the mustache rocking now. For those of you that don't know, in Canada, at least anyway, in November, it's mustache. I was almost going to say Mustache Awareness Month, but why do they grow mustaches in November typically?
Well, it's the prostate cancer awareness and whatever, you raise money for that.
Yeah, you raise money for, but you're giving that mustache away for free. Nobody's donated money to your mustache yet, so
not yet.
Yeah, so you just are rocking the goatee mustache.
Just for fun at this point, I guess.
There we go. Well, thanks for coming in and have a look at it. I guess we'll come up with a plan, and then I'll have to find room to put all this somewhere else while you work on it. So we'll see what happens. This is what's happening right now. Josh is over there trying to figure out how he's going to fix the cabinets. Steven is unboxing and getting a bunch of puppets ready to put back on the display. We got some folks shopping around the store, and I have a big mess on the counter I've got to finish going through. Just another day at the office.
You can answer.
Oh,
'cause I
Steven
can't.
and Josh are over there comparing artwork because Steven's getting inspired to put his channel up, which will hopefully be pretty soon, right, kiddo?
Yeah, on the 15th.
Is that the date?
Yeah, that's the set date.
Okay,
But
well, I
hope
guess we'll
get
have to
the
look for
video
that.
out.
It's called Steven Draws, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to put the link on because there's a lot of videos similar to that.
Okay, well, we'll put the Steven Draws link up there, but his video is coming soon. And I'm sitting here going through this mystery box, which there's all kinds of cool stuff, old airplanes. My favorite piece by far is this little Shuco midget racer. That's coming home with me. Toy car wheels off of Wyandotte tin plate cars, extra bits and pieces, tiny little Tommy guns, because you never know when you need those. And the Howdy, here's your exact scale model hobby kit of the famous 20 Mule team. And it came from Baraxo Cleaning Products. Probably was a mail away, you know, collect a certain amount of coupons and you get that sent to you. But I've got that new in the box. We also got this nice antique projector, which is pretty neat. It's got the original package, it's got the lens and everything, really good condition. So a nice variety of things, and I ended up making a deal with the fellow and bought it. But we had a couple folks come through, and they are from, you're from Saskatoon, right?
Yep.
And I was asking, like, what brings you through? And you said that you're both archaeologists, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so here I am, you know, tinkering on little boxes of toys. For me, this is fun, like getting stuff out of people's basements. You're digging actual artifacts out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in town. I guess I wouldn't say working on a gig, but you've got a job, a site that you're working right now.
Yeah, we just got laid off.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're just spending our couple
Last
days.
few days before we head
Edmonton.
back.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess this time of year it's probably difficult to do
Yeah.
excavations and stuff. So, and I was
Most fun.
I was asking, I guess, and you can't. I know you probably can't tell us what site and all that for protective reasons. But what is the coolest thing that you guys have found on a dig site?
I guess you found like a 5,000-year-old point
Oh
on the
yeah,
last site we're
yeah,
at.
the last site. Can't really say a whole
Okay,
lot,
but so what is a 5,000-year-old point?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a projectile point for a,
Like an
it would have been a
arrowhead.
dart tip.
Oh, a dart tip. Okay, and so that would have been local, indigenous.
Yep.
Yep.
So was it used at the end of a spear or?
It could have been.
Could have been.
Or an addle, if you ever seen an addle.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And Josh is, of course, Josh's background is Cree, so he's like, cool, you're finding some of our old stuff. That's neat. So I guess with archaeology like this, and a lot of people might not know that when companies or when governments are paving or putting roads through, if they come across something that seems significant, they have to kind of halt work, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys come out, and then they're probably like, "Are you guys done yet?" Are they breathing down your necks the whole time? Like,
Yeah, we dig holes really slowly,
Yeah.
so.
yeah, with brushes, and they've got an excavator and a guy named
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
just waiting to crack into it. And meanwhile, you're like, "Wait, there might be another arrowhead or dart in here," and they're
Yeah.
like, "Listen, we got a road to build." But it's important work.
Pretty much exactly what happens.
Yeah. But you wouldn't, we wouldn't have these artifacts in museums. We wouldn't, but it's more than that. It's not about the artifact. It's about understanding how our culture and our history evolved.
Yep.
So you guys are maintaining mankind for future generations. So important work. Well, I thank you for coming in today, all the way from Saskatoon. I guess you'll see some things around the shop here, maybe not as old as what you're used to, or is covered in dirt. I might have some things I can cover in dirt for you so you feel at home. But yeah, thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, I didn't realize that this little Shuco Micro Car was in fact in need of a little bit of work. So when I took it out of the box, it's kind of in pieces. So I am going to attempt to put this back together, because I do want to keep this for my own collection. The paint is good. I think those screws are obviously off, but everything looks like it's here. So we're going to try and piece this back together and see if we can't make it work. And the idea with this toy was that the little thumb screw on the back there, you turn it and it would turn your wheels left and right. So that means that this spot that is pinned would go right into that hole. The spring that's there would push against it, and as you turn, it would put tension on the wheels to turn it left and right. So first thing is, that's got to go in. Well, after a little bit of work, I got the tiny car back together. Everything seems to be good on it, so that'll go at home and put on display. One thing for the store and one thing for me. It has been a very eventful day today with putting new stock out and getting other stuff in. Had a fellow come through today. We did a little bit of horse trading back and forth and ended up with a couple really interesting items. One was a replica that they did of Napoleon's sword. This was put out, I think, by the Franklin Mint. So it is the same scale and size and general build quality of the sword of the 1800s. But it's kind of neat that it's a replica of Napoleon. So it's a neat piece mounted on wood. Kind of a cool decorative thing. Cased Jim Bowie knife with a nice little secure wooden case to put it in. Kind of a neat piece.
So that was it. Another day. We're closing up shop. What'd you think?
It was fun. I'd work here again.
Oh, good. The thing about having a family business, sometimes you just wrangle your kids into helping out. But we got a lot done today. Puppets got restocked, toys got put away.
Toys got restocked.
Yeah, so is it generally busier in here than you expect?
It's a lot busier than the old location.
Yeah, for sure. We have way more traffic, walk-in people coming through now. But it is a long day. We're gonna get home for dinner, and yeah, I always appreciate having you come out and help me out. You're my kiddo, and so
Aww.
that's right. It's the joy of having your kid help you out. You get to hug your staff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Always happy to have you come along on these adventures. Today was kind of just a whole bunch of stuff going on, stock coming and going. At some point, we should just set up a camera and say, if you walk through these doors, you'll be on YouTube. And we'll like live stream the activities around the shop. Kind of neat. Anyway, have a lovely day, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Oh, you tried to steal it. That's okay. Bye for now.